and good morning everyone. I think this is the earliest I've ever filmed. It is 4 a.m. I just got up. We are getting ready to get to Austria. I'm gonna get in the car. It's like a 6-hour drive. And we're gonna spend some time in the mountains with my boyfriend's family. So I figured I would just take you along. It is still pitch black out. I think it'll be dark for like another 2 to 3 hours. But we are just gonna get going. The idea is to drive this early so that the baby can kind of still sleep in the car. So far he's awake and I don't think he even understands that it is very much earlier than when we usually get up. I also have a beret and the fur coat that I'm gonna bring. It's fake fur. Yeah, I think that's it. Let's get going.
Through the winter, hanging on, we can weather through the storm.
We made it. I am so excited. It's like about 10. As said, we drove off at like 4, so this was like close to a 6-hour drive with one little stop. And actually I think I showed you this, but like the gas station that we were at had this like 50s diner theme, which I thought was kind of cool. But yeah, we're up in the mountains. This is the building that we're staying in. It's like a little apartment basically, and it has the coolest 70s look. Let me show you around. I mean, look at this wallpaper. It's so cool. And there's a glass door to enter. This is the bathroom. Look at all the cool textures and the tiles and everything. Very cool. And then this is our room. It's so cute. I don't like the baby bed in here. I think it like kind of takes away of the look, but it's a cute room. I love these curtains. And then the lamps are just so dreamy, all the details. And then there's this picture, which I have such a funny story about. I was gonna say I'm 99% sure that I saw this picture in a thrift store, but it's not correct because I'm 100% sure. I just saw this picture in a thrift store not too long ago. That's actually pretty cool. I love the floor in the kitchen. It's like a very 70s kitchen too. Look at the backsplash tile. It's actually pretty cool, and they're kind of like textured too. Yeah. The kitchen view is absolutely dreamy. Looking at the kitchen, I'm thinking if there might have been like a little panel up there as well, because it kind of looks a little weird that way, but maybe it was intentional. I don't know. I don't judge. It just started to snow as I came out here. How perfect is that? Honestly, how perfect. So cool. I'm so happy that we're here. We just came back from like a 4-hour walk. We like stopped at this little like mountain hut for a little, got some drinks, something nice to eat, and I was like coming back and I was like, oh wow, these shoes, these black boots, they're great, I don't even feel cold. And then my fiance looked at me and he's like, show me your feet. And they are wet, but I didn't even realize it. Why am I like this? So I can confirm these tights, like the fleece lined tights, absolutely amazing. The black boots, not the best choice for this kind of weather, so I need to get changed. Also, I'm wearing this Peace shirt. It's her and with the band shirt. We have a mutual friend who gifted me this, so yeah, I think I'm just gonna change into, I'm a little unsure honestly because I don't have like lounge pants. I think I'm just gonna do stockings and I don't know, something comfortable. We'll see. I ended up just changing into my PJs. I have this really nice wool jacket that I think someone must have made themselves, and I'm wearing a little nightie, some white socks, and then I think somewhere I have my like ballet flats that I always wear around the house. So yeah, I'm just gonna take these on and then we'll see where the night's gonna take us. Honestly, I have no idea what the plans are for the rest of the day. Hello and good morning everyone. It's our first morning here. Everyone else has already taken off to go skiing. I am the only one left with the baby and I'm just getting ready. I was planning on not really doing like a lot of makeup, but this apartment has so many cool like picture spots that I kind of want to use the opportunity that I now have like an hour and 30 minutes left before I meet everyone else up the mountain to just kind of take some pictures. I think that would be really cool. And then I also want to film like my little reel where I get ready. I have been going strong since January 1st. I filmed every outfit every day that I got dressed and I really like it actually. Also as like a little diary for myself to just see what I like to wear. Honestly, if I knew what this place would look like, I would have probably packed a little different because I only like have thick sweaters, but I figured I could wear this little slip for a picture and just see. So last night I put my hair up in the curling thing and now I'm just doing like a little makeup look. There's actually, I think I showed you yesterday, but like a sink and a mirror in every room. So that's not bad. I think I said it yesterday, but we went on like this very long walk yesterday. It was so beautiful, a little cold, but very dreamy, and then it snowed quite a bit last night. So I'm very excited to like go up the mountain again today and just see what it looks like. We're gonna go up there and meet up for like a quick little lunch. Okay, I think that's kind of it for makeup. I want to do like a little bit of blush and lipstick. My hair always looks so wild. I can brush it out very easily. I quickly wanted to talk about something else because I'm currently reading a book on Nico, the singer of the Velvet Underground, and her life, and I found out that it is also available as an audio book, and so we like listened to it for a couple hours straight yesterday while driving up here. And I don't think it's even that known, but she was actually German, so this is a German book. Someone kind of like took her life story and then put it into a novel, so it is like, it reads like a story, but it is very accurate. Like, I've done some research and just it kind of proves to be really close to what actually happened. And it's such an interesting story. I'm like researching a lot of interesting women currently for something exciting that I hopefully can share with you soon. Hi. Hi. My baby's down there. And I was just so impressed kind of by her life story because it is so, like, there are so many harrowing parts. She is born during World War II and basically like her entire youth she just grew up in a very destroyed Berlin, and this story is so interesting. I don't even know why, but up until a couple of months ago I had no idea she was German, and I don't want to give too much away because as I said I'm gonna get very much into her life story soon. But one thing that I found so impressive about her memoir is the people that she met and like this closeness. I think about this quite often actually, how all of these people who influenced the 60s and 70s so much are so closely intertwined. Like, for example, she starts off as a model and she gets into singing and she meets Bob Dylan. She's like, produced this song, he's kind of like, no, I don't wanna. He's kind of not the best guy in this kind of situation. But then she ends up hanging out with the Rolling Stones and she gets together with Brian Jones and she actually gets pregnant with his child, and so she decides to get an abortion. But I just thought that this was so wild, like the fact that she basically goes out into the world and meets one of these like 60s icons after another. It is absolutely incredible. And so this book, I have to like figure out, oh wait, it's over here. It is called Nico, die Sängerin der Nacht, and it is a German novel. I don't think it is available in English, but it's incredible. If you speak German, get this book. I hate what they did with the cover and the fact that this is like, it has like this little sticker and they sell this in like a section of the bookstore that they call Brave Women Between Art and Love, which kind of like, I don't know if that's the best description for this book, but it is very good. Make sure to get it. So yeah, I'm just gonna get done, finish getting ready. As said, film a little reel, take some pictures. My baby is hanging out with me. And then I think we also kind of have to get going then, because it's like a half an hour drive to where we want to get. And then we are going to take the gondola up the hill. I'm so excited. I just got dressed. I hope you can see because the sun is kind of coming from behind. This is the look. Woolen pants, woolen shirt, everything warm.
There's a coat of snow over Brooklyn, and the people seem concerned. Should be expected for that northeastern city. Thought by now they would have learned.
We just met everyone else for lunch all the way up the mountain, and now we're taking the gondola back down. I'm not particularly afraid of heights, but we're very high up, but it's fine. It's just the baby and I in this little gondola, and we're just having a good time, honestly. He's looking out, he didn't cry at all. I was a little afraid because of the pressure difference, kind of like the same as flying, that like his ears would clog or something, but nothing happened. So we are just going back down, and then I think we're just gonna go on a little walk, do something to spend a little more time outside today. Hello and good morning everyone on this sunny day. Oh, it's such a beautiful day out. I'm so happy, honestly. Even though I'm not skiing this time around, I just love to be out in the snow. Look at the mountains, it's so beautiful. I'm wearing wool again, a little woolen skirt. This is a Moffat Weaver skirt. I thrifted it, I don't know, when I was pregnant, I think. I quickly just want to say I didn't end up vlogging more yesterday just because it's like a family time, obviously, and so I just really wanted to be present in the moment. So everyone is out skiing again. I've only skied once in my life. That was in Norway about, I don't know, 5 years ago, probably more, 7 years ago, 8 years maybe. I don't even know if I could still do it, and I'm very much not experienced. And I'm also just staying back with the baby. I think in like 3 or 4 years he could definitely go to ski school and just kind of like learn a little bit, and I would love him to learn it because I feel like it's a lot of fun, and I'm a little sad that I don't really know how to ski, but I feel like I could also still learn it, so maybe I will do that then too. So yeah, we're just back here. I should probably do a little bit of editing, but I also just want to be with the baby. I did my makeup a little different. I think I'm like getting a little more inspired lately. It's very classic. I just did like the kind of cut crease and then added a little dot. I did this with brown eyeliner, like an eyeliner pen, and I love the heatless curl. I think now I kind of have it down, know how to do it. I love how it turns out. But I found a few more very interesting like mid-century things in this apartment, and I need to show you these. Behind this bench there's the heater, and I hope you can see. I'm trying to get like the right angle. Maybe if I lift this. I think it is kind of hard to see. I hope you can see it, but the old wallpaper underneath that new one has the dreamiest little flower and like such a cute little pattern. I wonder why they covered it up, because neither the blue flower one nor that like striping one is up on the walls here. It's now just plain white. And then yesterday while cooking in this cabinet I found this. This is probably Dutch. Is it mint? I hope so. But I thought that this was such a cool container. It's so dreamy. This has to be very old. I don't know. I mean, we didn't use it to cook, just because I was a little afraid that it might have gone bad already. But it's really, really cool. This kitchen and my old kitchen had this two of these like compartments where you could put like different flowers, where you could put different like food things. That's kind of cool as well. My son now loves to pull himself up on my clothes. Let's see if he can do it. The skirt is like a little swingy, so I think it's harder for him. And he's also too fascinated by the camera to focus, I think. Oh, shoes! I am on the balcony again and just filmed like my outfit of the day kind of video. I love to be out here. The scene is just so beautiful, honestly. So yeah, this is the full look. And yesterday I was up on like the skiing part and everywhere on the cable car with these boots, and they did really well. So I'm just wearing them again today. My baby's currently asleep. He was up quite late last night, so I think he's just very tired. So we have about, I think, like an hour before we need to leave. So I'm just gonna pack up things. Also, I like brought this out. This is from my grandma. I think I talked about it before. It's like her old jewelry box, and there are these earrings still in it. I don't want to take them out. I mean, I looked at them and she like got them fixed at the jeweler. I need to talk to her about it. But yeah, they're just in here for now. And these are my sunglasses with the exchangeable lenses, which everybody seems to love, and I do too. We are once again in the cable car on our way down. We just had lunch up the mountain, and I am a little afraid of skiing. I think just because I don't know it. I said I've never really been skiing, but it also makes me really excited to try it. I think like when my son is maybe like 4, he can try and start skiing, and then I can try too. So maybe that's something we can do. So now we're just going through the woods. It doesn't even look that snowy here. Down in the valley, it's also not really snowy today. Didn't really snow that much last night. So now everyone else is driving down with me actually. So they're just like skiing down and I'm driving down, and then we'll meet up again for a little, and then they will go back to skiing. I have no idea what time it is. I love when that happens, like when you're so in like vacation mode with your mind that you kind of like wander off, and so you don't really know what time it is. But yeah, here we are having a good time going down. And this was also the first time that we put our son in snow, and he loved it. He would have sat in the snow probably for like an hour, but I feel like it's going to get cold eventually. I hope you can kind of see the scenery a little bit behind me, because it is so beautiful here. I'm going very slow because I want to look up, but also because it's kind of difficult to drive here. I am just so glad that we now have an automatic car, because in Germany most cars are stick, and if you like get your driver's license you have to drive stick, or they will mark in like your license that you're only allowed to drive automatic cars. And I can drive stick fine. I've driven stick a lot in my life, but the fact that it like goes uphill so much here gets me like a little nervous. And I'm just very glad that I don't have to drive that here, and then I can just like go as slow as I want and it's still all good, because I'm like a little insecure. Okay. Also, these streets don't really like have any border on the side, like it just goes straight down the mountain there. So I just want to be a little extra careful, but it's also not snowy here, it's not slippery, so that's all good. So we are going back now to the little apartment. I really want to do some editing. I think I said that earlier. I am working on that video. You will have seen it by the time that this video goes up, where I show you my entire coat collection, because I feel like that's kind of cool. Was like also quite requested, and so I also include like all of my jackets, basically all the outerwear that I have. Oh, holy shit. I'm not a bad driver or anything, I'm just like a little insecure. So yeah, especially now that I have the baby with me, just want to be extra careful. But I just looked over and he's falling asleep. He slept on the floor a little earlier, like we put the mattress down on the floor for him to sleep. So yeah, I think he's like growing up so much. I don't know how much people are interested in this, but I had a pretty emotional night last night, or like a late evening. Okay, so what I wanted to say is that last night I had a pretty emotional night, so I think I talked about it before. Basically, I was planning on nursing my son for 12 months, so until he like turned 1. But what ended up happening was that he kind of started really liking to eat, and he didn't really drink that much anymore, and so I still nursed him, but the last couple of days he didn't really like it, or I feel like it didn't really calm him the way that it used to before, and he just fell asleep way better using a pacifier and just like with someone sitting next to him and just kind of cuddling with him until he was asleep. And so a couple of days ago, my fiance took him to bed and I didn't nurse him. And so then the day after, I was like, oh, I'm gonna nurse him tonight. But then we ended up doing the same thing, and he fell asleep really easily and just slept really well. But I still was like, maybe I will nurse him again. And then yesterday, I was just kind of like, you know what? I don't think it's worth it anymore. I don't think he likes it as much as I would love to nurse him for the full year, also because it's just when they're sick, it's good to give them to like be able to nurse. But honestly, we also still have a bunch of milk in the freezer, and I was like, as much as I would have loved it, this is about what he needs and wants and what's best for him. And so I decided that that was going to be it. So that was our nursing journey. It's crazy because I always thought the last time that I would nurse him would be kind of special, but now it was just like a random day. But maybe that was good. Maybe it was good that he kind of ended up weaning himself, because I feel like for some people that's a big struggle, and for us it wasn't a struggle at all. It was all really calm and peaceful. So yeah, last night I ended up having a glass of wine. I think I said before, I'm not a big alcohol lover. Like, I like a glass of wine here and there, but I don't like the feeling of being drunk. I like the feeling of, you know, having drinking a little bit, but I don't like the feeling of just straight up being drunk. I think it comes from like my trauma and everything, and just me having a hard time with the feeling of losing control. And so I had one glass of white wine and I like went to bed, and I was just like, we laid in bed and the baby was there with us, just because when we sleep in places he doesn't really know, I like to have him close, and it kind of calms him. And I was laying down, I was just like, oh, I feel this one glass of wine so much. So yeah, that was actually kind of interesting, kind of funny to me, because I don't think I'll ever, because when I was pregnant, even like after giving birth and nursing, I was like, maybe I'll never drink alcohol again. But then last night everyone was having a glass of wine. I was like, oh, that would actually be quite nice now, so why not? So I think I will now probably occasionally drink a little bit of alcohol. It's all good, but it was just a crazy experience, and it made me a little sad, but it's also all good. I think these like growing pains that you have when you have a kid, it's just insane sometimes. I don't know. I'm so proud. Like, he's almost walking. He's like sitting, he's drinking on his own, doing all of these things, and I'm so proud. But a part of me is also kind of sad because the baby time is kind of coming to an end. He's gonna turn 1 soon. So yeah, that's just a little on that. I don't even know if I'm gonna leave this in the video. This was like on my heart right now, and I just wanted to talk about it. So we are back. I just made my son something to eat, and now I'm just gonna prepare like some fruit. I don't know, I want to make like a little snack. I think they're all gonna be pretty hungry. I think when you're like out skiing, kind of like working out the entire day, that makes you pretty hungry. Oh, that's a bad knife. All of these knives are so violently used. Maybe this one will do. So the other day, I made a reel, I think like 2 days ago. I just filmed it a little earlier, but just posted it the other day. Basically, it was this like little joke that I was talking about how George Harrison had an affair with Ringo's wife, Maureen. And people didn't really know about this, and I remember like the first time that I read this, I didn't think like much of it, but I knew that John Lennon described it as like virtual incest, and I thought that that was so interesting because I know that John Lennon and Maureen Cox, they were really close, and I think it's just the fact that like she has been there before the Beatles like had their big break and everything. But I found it interesting that this is such a less known fact, although it is so intertwined in like their stories as a group. While we were in the cable car just now, and it was like kind of going down, all of a sudden the cable car stopped. And as said yesterday, I'm not particularly afraid of heights, but I got so scared for a minute. It was also only like the baby and I in the cable car. And then I looked around and all the other cable cars, no one was in them. And I was like, damn, did I miss something? Are they shutting this thing down now? But then like, I don't know, 2 minutes later, it started to move again. But like for a little, because I think when it is moving, you don't quite realize how much it is actually like going from left to right and like swinging around in the wind. So I was really scared for a second there, but it was all good. We actually already planned to drive via Salzburg tomorrow. We thought that it was like halfway. It's not. It's like an hour from here and 4 hours from home. But we are gonna drive there tomorrow, and then I hope I can go thrifting. I like put this little poll out on Instagram. I hope people can tell me all the good thrift stores in Salzburg, because I love to go thrifting in countries and cities I haven't really been to. Like I spent quite some time in Austria. I've also been to Salzburg before, but I never thrifted there, so I feel like that could be really interesting. So I just made some tea, and I quickly need to talk about this. So I would say I know pretty much all or most of like the significant 60s women and like people who shaped the decade and like interesting figures, but every now and then I stumble upon someone that I haven't heard of before, and then I like get into full investigation mode. I like need to Google everything. I need to know everything. I will buy books and read them. I just need to know. I'm very interested. And so yesterday I for some reason read about Tiger Moores. I hope that this is how you say it. I'm just gonna put up a picture here. And she had like several boutiques in the 60s and just an insane life. She died in the early 70s of basically a drug overdose, and it was so interesting. And honestly, I mean, I really don't want to be the person who is always like, well, I have something exciting coming soon, but I wouldn't do this if I wasn't that excited about it. And I just don't want to get too much into detail right now because I just need to figure some things out first before I can go very public with this. But I'm just gonna say people like her will play a big role in what I'm planning to release very soon. And her life really interesting. She has a website and everything, and yesterday I like ended up reading the archive of the New Yorker and the New York Times and everything. They usually have an archive online available. Sometimes you have to pay a little to access it, but it is great if you're interested in these like women. She died at age 40 in 1972. She was also in an Andy Warhol film, worked as a costume designer for some movies, all like in the late 60s, which I think she might come into play into what I'm reading currently about Nico, because Nico was also kind of part of that scene, which is just so interesting. It's all so intertwined, and her maiden name was Sugarman, which I think is absolutely cute. But yeah, she had the shops a la carte, Kaleidoscope, Teeny Weeny, all these boutiques, and like her clients were Jackie Kennedy, Florence Knoll Bassett, Jean Harvey Vanderbilt, and Twiggy. And there's this popular picture, let me see, I think I found it on like the Met. I hope people are interested in me sharing this, but this is like how my brain works. I hyperfixate on things like this. So if you type her into like the Met archive, which basically the Met, the Metropolitan Museum of Art in New York, has like an online library, and you can just type in whatever you want and it'll show you pictures of all the artifacts that they have. And they have like a wedding ensemble that was perhaps sold in her boutique, and then this dress, which I thought was so cool. Everything else are like British clothes from the 1800s, so that's not really that interesting. But what I actually wanted to show you is the one popular dress that Jackie Kennedy wore. Yeah, see, Jackie Kennedy wore a bunch of her clothes or like pieces that she purchased there For example, this white dress, this was one that I just knew, and then this one too, which I think is such a cool dress. So yeah, I don't know, every now and then you stumble upon these women. Hold up, I'm just gonna show you a picture of her. Like, I cannot only show you pictures of other people. Need to see a face, at least I do. There's even a film on her. It's a short film. The description of this short film on IMDb is mod fashion guru Joanne Tiger Morse delivers a drug-fueled soliloquy on various topics. She seems like a fun person. Are there any like higher resolution pictures? Hold up. I need to hunch over to Pinterest. Also, my phone is dying, so I hope that this will work. My son, he loves a slice of cucumber to chew on, but then he doesn't really like to swallow it, so he will just spit it out after like sucking on this piece. Then he now has 4 teeth, so these 2 and then these 2 down there, so he's able to like bite something, which he thinks is pretty cool. He loves it. Oh yeah, there she is in high resolution. She was beautiful. I love her hair. And she, for example, styled this shoot. So this is a very popular Frank Zappa look. And isn't that dress that Frank Zappa is wearing in the middle there also one that Miss P was photographed in? I think so. Yeah, pretty sure. That's so cool. These pictures. Like, she styled all of these people and like all these cool clothes, and she doesn't get the recognition because I didn't know her. And as said, I would say I know a lot of people who were like important or like fashion influential people in the 60s. So I'm very glad that I found out about her. So now we're just gonna wait for them. I think they're gonna come in any minute now. Okay. He loves to see himself in the camera and the viewfinder. And he's starting to get like more hair. He had so much hair when he was born. He lost it all. But it's kind of growing back, at least in the back. Hello everyone. It's like 8 a.m. For some reason my curls didn't come out that well last time I did them. But I'm just gonna go over everyone else already at like breakfast. This is what I'm wearing, and I'm also wearing some like blue tights and silver heels. I really like this look. So I'm just gonna get breakfast and then we'll see where the day is going to take us. I feel like the thrifting is going to be a separate video, but we'll probably do some other things in Salzburg, so make sure to hang around.
I can see you there from a mile away, looking down upon all the flowers today blend.
Hello everyone from Salzburg. It is so warm, it's like 15 degrees. We have all of our jackets right in the stroller and everything, and we're on our way to look a little more at the city. I want to go thrifting, but it is honestly such a beautiful city. I think I was here with my mom a couple of years ago, but I honestly don't remember it that well. But it is a truly beautiful city. So we're just having a little walk right by the river.
Water, flower girl, sprouting today.
My partner's mother knitted our son this really cool pullover. She started working on this last summer, but she finally finished and he loves it. So we actually found some amazing thrift stores in Salzburg, and I even found some pieces that I really loved. I'm gonna be honest, this thrift trip started out with me not really finding anything. Nothing fit me the way that I wanted, but I ended up finding so many pieces that I truly adored. So make sure to come back next week to see this video because I filmed it all for you and I just have some amazing finds to share with you. After thrifting, it was time to go back to the parking lot, jump in the car, and head back home. Hello dolls, we are back home. It's the next day. We had quite the long day yesterday. Actually, we didn't end up coming home before 8 p.m. I believe. Yeah, it was just a long drive heading back. I'm sorry for the little break. Our bunnies keep climbing out of their cage, which is fine, but we need to figure out how, and they like were out. So my fiance's brother was here taking care of the bunnies while we were gone, and they broke out, but not until he was here. But then he was here like 2 days ago, and then we came back yesterday and they were just out, which is fine. But I'm just a little afraid with the stairs, and now one of the bunnies came climbing up the stairs. So we just need to be a little careful. We're gonna fix their little home again, but then also I think in like a month we can put them outside, which would be amazing because they have just so much more room, and it's like outside, it's sunny, it's nice. Today it is very warm, but it's supposed to maybe snow next week, so we're just gonna keep them in for a little longer. Yeah, but what was I going to say? The seamstress. So I found the seamstress 2 or 3 villages down the road, and she is kind of specialized with wedding pieces, and she also said that she makes alterations to vintage dresses. Sometimes it is hard to find someone who is willing to work on such old garments, so she's going to take care of it. I'm very excited. I've never been there, but I have to pack up and leave for that. So I'm just honestly pretty excited about all the wedding things happening. It's kind of all happening. I feel like this year is really good to me. I also have a very exciting call tonight regarding the entire interesting women of the 60s kind of thing that I'm planning on doing. Yeah, I'm just honestly excited to be on this journey, and I'm excited to be on it with you. So on that note, I'm just gonna end the video right here. I hope you have a beautiful day. Thank you for spending time with me. If this was your first time to Austria with me, tell me in the comments how you liked it, because we had a dreamy time. I hope you have a beautiful day. Go out, enjoy the sunshine, take yourself some time to focus on you and your mental health today, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye everybody!